G'day adventurers, welcome to the Outback. G'day mates, it's David, your travel guide here. Today we're diving deep into the heart of Australia, the Outback. It's vast, it's wild, it's untamed, and it's calling your name loud and clear. Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Picture this, red earth stretching endlessly to the horizon, ancient rock formations jutting majestically from the plains, the constant buzz of cicadas in the air. This is the Australian Outback in all its glory. It's not just a place, it's an unforgettable experience, one that will challenge you, inspire you, and leave you forever changed. Are you with me? Let's go on this journey. A place where the land speaks in colors and the sky paints a canvas of dreams. Our journey begins in the red center, a vast expanse of arid beauty that stretches as far as the eye can see. This is the Australia you've seen in postcards, a land of rugged landscapes and timeless beauty, the heart of the continent, where the spirit of the land pulses with ancient energy. And at its core, Uluru, the majestic monolith that stands as a sentinel over the desert. This massive monolith rises from the desert floor like a sentinel, casting long shadows that dance with the changing light. It's not just a rock, it's a sacred site, a place where the stories of the Dreamtime come alive, a place of profound spiritual significance to the local Anangu people, who have called this land home for thousands of years. As the sun sets, Uluru puts on a show. The rock glows with a fiery intensity that takes your breath away. It shifts from ochre to burnished orange to deep purple, a mesmerizing display of nature's artistry. It's a sight that will stay with you forever. But don't just look, listen. The desert has its own music. The desert has its own music, a symphony of subtle sounds that tell the story of this ancient land. The whisper of the wind as it weaves through the landscape, the rustle of spinifex grass, a gentle reminder of the life that thrives in this harsh environment. The call of a dingo in the distance, echoing through the vastness of the outback. But Uluru is just the beginning. The Red Center has more to offer. Nearby you'll find Kata Chiuta, a collection of dome-shaped rock formations that are just as impressive. These unique shapes rise from the earth like ancient sentinels, guarding the secrets of the past. Hike through the Valley of the Winds where the air is filled with the whispers of history. Feel the ancient energy of this place, a connection to the land that transcends time. It's like walking through time itself, a journey that takes you back to the very beginnings of this ancient land. Now let's head north, to the coast. This journey is not just a trip, it's an exploration of some of the most stunning and diverse landscapes Australia has to offer. Many people don't realize the Outback touches the sea, but it does, and it's spectacular. Our first stop, Broome, a place where the rugged Outback meets the serene coastline, creating a unique and breathtaking environment. This purling town is where the desert meets the Indian Ocean. The contrast between the arid desert and the vibrant blue ocean is nothing short of mesmerizing. Cable Beach is the star here. Known for its stunning beauty, it's a place where you can truly unwind and connect with nature. 22 kilometers of pristine white sand. And those sunsets, unforgettable, but here's a tip. To make the most of your visit, plan to stay until dusk. Take a camel ride along the beach at dusk. It's touristy, sure, but it's also magical. The experience of riding a camel as the sun sets over the ocean is something you'll never forget. The rhythmic sway of the camel, the gentle motion as you move along the beach is both soothing and exhilarating. The sun sinking into the sea, the sky painted in hues of orange, pink, and purple. It's a sight that will stay with you forever. It's a moment you'll treasure, a perfect blend of natural beauty and serene tranquility. As we move east, the landscape changes. We're entering the Kimberley, a region known for its dramatic scenery and untamed wilderness. This is one of the world's last great wildernesses. Rugged gorges, thundering waterfalls. The Kimberley is a place where nature reigns supreme. Ancient rock art. It's raw, it's beautiful, and it's challenging. The Kimberley is not just a place to visit, it's a place to experience. This is where your adventure skills will be put to the test. Whether you're hiking through rugged terrain or exploring hidden gorges, the Kimberley offers a true adventure. Now let's talk about the heart and soul of the Outback, the pubs. These aren't just places to grab a cold one, they're community hubs, living museums, and often the only building for hundreds of kilometers. Take the Prairie Hotel in Parachilna, South Australia. Population? Usually about 7. But this pub, it's world famous. Why? 2 words, feral mixed grill. Kangaroo, emu, and camel on one plate. It's not for the faint-hearted, but it's an experience you won't forget. Then there's the Daily Waters pub in the Northern Territory. The walls are covered in memorabilia, bras, banknotes, Idaho cards from around the world. Each one tells a story, and the locals, they're always ready with a yarn. Listen closely, you might hear tales of UFO sightings or the ghost of a murdered station hand. Now let's get serious for a moment. The Outback is beautiful, but it can be deadly. The heat here is no joke. Temperatures can soar above 40 degrees Celsius, which is 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's in the shade. So how do you stay safe? First rule, water. Always carry more than you think you'll need. Dehydration can set in quickly, and you might not find water sources for miles. Second rule, tell someone where you're going and when you'll be back. The Outback is vast. If something goes wrong, you want people to know where to look for you. Informing someone of your plans can be a lifesaver, and always carry a satellite phone or emergency beacon. These devices can be crucial in an emergency. Regular mobiles won't work out here. The remoteness of the Outback means there's often no cell service. Third rule, know your vehicle. If you're driving, make sure you can change a tire. Flat tires are common on these rugged roads. Carry spare fuel and extra water for the radiator. Overheating can be a major issue in such extreme conditions. Breaking down out here is no laughing matter. The isolation can be daunting. You might be hours from help or days. Always be prepared for the unexpected. Fourth rule, shelter. If you find yourself stranded, create a shelter to protect yourself from the sun. Use reflective blankets to keep cool and signal for help. Fifth rule, first aid. Carry a comprehensive first aid kit and know how to use it. Minor injuries can become major problems if not treated promptly. By following these rules, you can enjoy the beauty of the Outback while staying safe. Remember, preparation is key. Speaking of wildlife, the Outback is teeming with it. And I'm not just talking about the flies, though you'll meet plenty of those too. Let's start with the icons. Kangaroos. You'll see them everywhere, bounding across the plains, lounging in the shade. They're not just on the coat of arms, they're part of the landscape. But it's not all cute and cuddly. The Outback is home to some of the world's most dangerous creatures. Take the saltwater crocodile. These prehistoric beasts can grow over 6 meters long, and they're found in rivers and billabongs across the north. Remember, if there's water, assume there are crocs. Always heed the warning signs. Then there are the less obvious dangers. Now let's talk about the land itself. The Outback is old, really old. We're talking about some of the oldest exposed rock on the planet, and it shows. The landscape here tells a story of millions of years of wind, water, and time. Take the bungle bungles in Western Australia. These striped domes look like giant beehives. They're made of sandstone banded with cyanobacteria. The result? A landscape that looks like it belongs on another planet. Walking through here is like stepping into a geologist's dream. Or consider the opal fields of Coober Pedy. This town is famous for two things: opals and underground living. The landscape is so harsh that people have built their homes beneath the earth. As the sun sets, the Outback reveals another of its wonders: the night sky. Out here, far from city lights, the stars come alive. It's a show that will leave you speechless. The Milky Way stretches across the sky like a river of light. Shooting stars streak past. And the Southern Cross points the way south. For the best view, head to a dark sky reserve, like the one in Warrumbungle National Park. Here, the sky is protected from light pollution. The result? A celestial display like no other. Bring a telescope if you can, or just lie back on a swag and take it all in. But it's not just about the stars. The moon out here is something else. It rises huge on the horizon, casting long shadows across the desert. The Outback isn't just a place, it's a living cultural landscape, home to the world's oldest continuous culture. The Aboriginal people have lived here for over 65,000 years. Their connection to this land runs deep, and their stories? They'll change the way you see the Outback. Take the dream time. This is the Aboriginal understanding of the world's creation. Every rock, river, and mountain has a story, a meaning. Uluru isn't just a rock, it's a living being, with a history that stretches back to the dawn of time. But it's not just about the past. Aboriginal culture is alive and thriving. Take a tour with a local guide. Learn about bush tucker. Try your hand at throwing a boomerang. Now let's talk tucker. Outback cuisine is more than just throwing a shrimp on the barbie. Though you'll find plenty of barbecues out here, it's a unique blend of traditional bush foods and modern Australian cuisine. And it's delicious. Let's start with bush tucker. These are the native foods that Aboriginal people have been eating for thousands of years. Like witchetty grubs. Yes, they're larvae. And yes, they're eaten raw or cooked. But don't knock it till you've tried it. They taste a bit like almonds. Then there's kangaroo. lean, healthy, and sustainable. It's becoming more popular across Australia. Try it as a steak or in a pie, and don't forget emu or crocodile. They might sound exotic, but they're Outback staples, but it's not all weird and wonderful. Well mates, we've come to the end of our Outback journey, but really it's just the beginning of something much bigger. The Outback isn't a place you visit once and tick off your list. It's a place that gets under your skin, that calls you back, again and again. Remember, the Outback isn't just about the destinations, it's about the journey itself. The long drives through seemingly endless landscapes, the unexpected encounters, the moments of pure, unfiltered wonder and awe. This is Bear Grylls signing off from the Great Australian Outback.